everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. I'm Nivedita Raje, and if you remember, one of the Sundays we discussed Forest Amendment Bill. The entirety of it, the controversy surrounding it, जितनी भी परेशानियां हैं जो आ रही हैं फॉरेस्ट कंजर्वेशन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट को लेके, द चेंजेस, द एक्चुअल अमेंडमेंट एंड द stir that it has been causing, why people have so much problem with it, what kind of problem do they have, everything was discussed in the class, and based on that we are now going to solve a passage on it. Right? Isn't that cool? You study something one day and then you solve a passage another day. How cool is that? Now let us begin. I shall let me know when you are done. Done? I'm intentionally away from the screen because the text is too scattered. Are we done? Shall we move on? Okay, I'm hoping we're done. Read this important. This is important. It extends the applicability of the act to certain types of land. What are the land? Includes land notified as a forest under Indian Forest Act or in government records after the 1980 Act came into effect. Now this is important. This is the category that is exempted from the purview of the Act. Are we done? This is what is exempted from the purview of the Act. We discussed it, if you remember. Forest land situated along a rail line or a public road maintained by the government. This is number 1. Which provides access to a habitation or to a rail and a roadside amenity up to a maximum size of 0.10 hectare. Okay, 0.10 hectare. That is the maximum area. The forest land which is situated within the distance of 100 kilometers, this is number 2, along international borders or line of control or line of actual control as the case may be, proposed to be used for construction of strategic linear project of national importance and concerning national security. Right? We are done? I hope we are done. Land up to 10 hectares, this is the 3rd category. Land up to 10 hectares proposed to be used for construction of security related infrastructure. Then we have land as is proposed to be used for construction of defense related projects or a camp for paramilitary forces or public utility projects as may be specified by the central government, the extent of which does not exceed 5 hectares in a left wing extension affected area as may be notified by the central government. So these are the 4 categories. Let's see if there are more. Done? Tree plantation or reforestation raised on lands that are not declared or notified as a forest in accordance with the provision of the Indian Forest Act 1927 or under any law for the time being in force or has been recorded in government record as forest as on or after 25th October 1980. This is the final category. I think so. Concerns are raised that exemption of land from the purview of the Act near border areas for national security projects may adversely impact the forest cover and wildlife at the border area in regions like Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern states. Now, this is one concern. Borders ke nazdeek, the land that is close to the borders need to have a certain forest cover, like there is a wilderness, right, inhabitation, tribes living in the area, they are dependent on forests for their livelihood, for their resources, everything. And then you declare that land which is fit for security purpose, and you get an arbitrary discretion of clearing it out completely, using it for whichever purpose you want to, and that is absolutely fatal to the environment, right? So that is one of the issue. It's very vague. What kind of projects, what national security, how do you classify national security? What kind of projects are you looking for when you are willing to clear the forest? There is no permission that is required. You just clear them, remove them, right? The bill removes the mandatory central government approval for diversion of forest in certain cases. One of them is the security related project, like I just said. This means that decisions regarding the diversion of forest land would be taken by state governments and the UT administration only. According to PRS, giving a blanket exemption for all security related projects may not be appropriate given the impact it may have on forest cover and biodiversity. पढ़ लिया सबने? Zoos are also exempted from taking prior approval under the Act. However, the Apex Code in 𝗟𝗲𝗴𝗋𝗃 versus UOI disapproved of the building of zoos inside forest areas. One of the major problem with this, इसे पढ़ लीजिए, left wing extremism. I'll explain. मैंने passage मैंने वो line पढ़ी नहीं. Is it so important कि आपकी passage की understanding affect हो रही है? I hope it is not what I know. Left wing extremism मतलब वो सारे areas जो कि terrorist group से affected होते हैं, जैसे CPI, Maoist, जो कि people who are fighting against the government, who do not believe that the government is appropriate and they are against the government, Maoists, terrorists, etc. So the areas affected by these groups and these terrorists organizations are called left wing extremism affected areas. ठीक है, left wing मतलब when people are too active about their rights and they are so active they are willing to take down the government in order to do that. Okay. तो अगर कोई ऐसा लैंड है जिसमें इस तरह के ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एक्टिव है तो फिर वो वही एरिया हो गया. ठीक है. यस. सो TN 𝗟𝗲𝗴𝗋𝗃 versus Union of India basically Naxals, Maoists, many और वही जितने भी, every group that is against the government. Now I discussed this case with you. This Foreign Conservation Amendment Bill is actually blatantly disregarding everything that was held in this case, which is not right, and this is one of the reasons of controversy. Okay, so everyone knows that we have courses that we have launched. The full length courses we are not launching anymore, but we are instead launching crash courses. So these are you know, even though they start from the scratch, they are very hectic and they finish the syllabus on time. Despite the fact that they are short, they still cover everything and they completely, they carry on till the day of your exam. ऐसा नहीं कि आज से शुरू हुआ तो अभी एक महीने में ख़त्म हो जाएगा, नहीं. But they're, you know, they have more number of classes, the schedule is more tight and crash courses. If you wish to still make a decision about whether or not you want to study under a proper guidance, you can unlock a 3-day trial. Just download the app, enter your number, there would be an OTP and you would be eligible for the free trial. Question number 1. After the passing of Forest Conservation Amendment Bill 2023, Forest Conservation Act will apply to which type of land? It's there, right there in the first slide itself, if I'm not wrong. Anyone? The answer? A? Okay. Anyone else? The correct answer is A. Very good. Yes, Forest Conservation Amendment Bill extends the applicability of the act to certain types of land, and it includes the Indian forest or forest recognized as forest in the Indian Forest Act 1927 or which appears in the Government Act after 1980, not 82. The question or the options mentions 82, but ये 80 की बात कर रहे हैं हम, ठीक है. तो A is the correct answer. Question number 2. In a northeastern state, the government decides to construct a new highway within 50 kilometers along international borders. The proposed highway passes through a forest area and the state government seeks to divert a significant portion of the land, forest land, for the project. The highway project is crucial for national security purpose as it will enhance connectivity to strategic border areas. X, a citizen of India, files a suit in the court against the diversion of forest land for the purpose of constructing the highway. Decide whether X will succeed. पढ़ लिया सबने question? मेरे साथ साथ ही पढ़ा? Take 2 more seconds and read once again. Good evening. Options. Yes, since the project, the question is whether X will succeed. तो पहले तो decide करो भाई X will he be successful? Can he actually do it? You're saying he'll succeed. That's what you're saying. Yes. Acha. How about the rest? What about the rest? C. It can be D. D नहीं हो सकता. The correct answer is C. Very good. Yes. The new amendment actually provides for this, right? So, any land situated within 100 kilometers of the international border or line of control or line of actual control can be used for strategic purposes of national security, and there is only state government or the UT government that needs to certify the project. Central government's interference or permission is not even required, right? So, the state government deems fit, they can do it. We have launched a Law 24 undergraduate test series. This is going to be a benchmark to determine what pedestal you are standing on. Thank you so much, Pikachu. That actually is that means a lot. Thank you so much. I don't understand the meaning of TBH, but still, it's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you. Really made my day. Okay, so this is what you're getting. There are more than 25 CLATs, ALET mocks, OLET mocks, all kind of mocks are available along with the audio video solutions to those mocks. So it is not just you attempt a mock and then everything is over. No, your respective faculty makes you understand all those mocks, makes you understand why the reason why you arrive at a particular answer, because you know multiple times when a child is taking a mock, there are more than TBHs, to be honest. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, I don't understand these abbreviations, to be honest. TBH means to be honest. Thank you. General knowledge बढ़ गई आज मेरी. हाँ, तो ऑडियो वीडियो सॉल्यूशंस के साथ आते हैं मॉक्स. तो कई बार ऐसा होता है while taking a test, while attempting a question or a passage, sometimes a student gets confused. He thinks his answer should be right, but another answer is right and he ends up losing a mark. उसके दिमाग में होता है कि मेरा आंसर सही क्यों नहीं है, तो आपका आंसर सही क्यों नहीं है और जिस आंसर पे मार्क्स मिल रहे हैं वो सही क्यों है, ये सब कुछ आप अपने फैकल्टी के साथ समझ सकते हैं. इसी तरह के सॉल्यूशंस होते हैं. Gen Z lingo. I'm very happy with my language and I'm just too old to learn a new language. I mean, although I'm always curious and eager to learn, but I think Gen Z language is not something that I wish to learn. Now, I have worked so hard on my language, years and years dedicated to everything related to language, pronunciation, demeanor, everything, vocabulary, and suddenly everything is cut short. Waste of a lot of time. Anyhow, so this is an unlimited access. You also get a statistical report which tells you what performance or what pedestal you stand upon, so that you can make improvements accordingly. Right, question number 3. X is remote and hilly region of a left-wing extremism LWE affected state, where the central government has identified an area of 4 hectares to construct a paramilitary forces camp. The region has witnessed several incidents of violence and instability, and the establishment of a well-equipped and fortified paramilitary camp is deemed necessary to restore law and order. Environment experts moved the court against this construction, claiming it will severely affect the delicate environment. Decide whether the construction should be stayed by an order of the court. It's easy, yeah. Acha, it's easy. You mean the language? मुझे लगता नहीं मैं सीख सकती हूँ, because there's this friend of mine who texted me and I might have asked her something and she wrote IDK and I asked her what does it mean and she says I don't know, and then I said why did you even use it if you don't know? She said IDK equals to I don't know. I still couldn't understand it. Yeah, if you don't know, why are you using abbreviations? And then it stuck. IDK means I don't know. पढ़ लिया? अच्छा, मैं क्वेश्चन के सामने आ रही हूँ. Did you all read the question? आगे बढ़ जाएं? ठीक है, चलो ऑप्शंस. पहले तो डिसाइड करो कि यस होगा इसका आंसर कि नहीं. राइट? Yes, since it has a severe environmental consequences which government cannot understand. Yes, since a committee of environmental experts should be set to seek suggestions. No, since security is more important than the environment. No, since such camps are exempted under the Forest Amendment Bill. It's very, it's a very straightforward answer, isn't it? So the answer should be everyone. Very good. Pranjali is the first to answer and she says it's D. How about the rest? Everyone says D? Well, it is D. Very good. Yes. A very straightforward answer. Question number 4. In a rural village situated on the outskirts of a city X, a community-led initiative is taken to address environmental concerns and combat deforestation. The villagers decide to undertake a large-scale tea plantation project on a piece of land that was previously unused and not declared as a forest under any existing laws or government records. After 1 year, the government decides to construct a bridge on this land. Wow! The villagers file a suit against the Supreme Court stating that the construction will have severe environmental consequences. Decide whether the villagers will succeed. एक तो plant cover बढ़ाया, पेड़ लगाए और अब suddenly उस पर bridge बन जाना चाहिए. बहुत बढ़िया. जब पहले पेड़ लगा रहे थे तब नहीं रोका जा रहा था आपसे. Have you all read the question? We have, right? Okay, moving on. Yes, since the land after being used as a forest becomes a forest. Yes, since tree plantation on a land makes it a forest. No, since forests are not protected under the Forest Amendment Bill. No, since unnotified forests are not protected under the Forest Amendment Bill. Again, बहुत ही straightforward answer है इसका. That is another reason of controversy, जिसकी वजह से ये bill इतना severely criticized हो रहा है. Kamlesh has answered immediately. Pranjali has also answered, and the correct answer is D. Exactly. You know, previously, even in 𝗟𝗲𝗴𝗹 versus Union of India, the Supreme Court said that even if an area is not notified as a forest, you don't have that mentioned in your records or anything. But if the land identifies as a forest according to the dictionary, जो वो है उसके हिसाब से उसे फॉरेस्ट कहा जा सकता है. डिक्शनरी के हिसाब से उसको देख के, राइट, एवरीथिंग कंसिडर्ड, तो भले ही रिकॉर्ड में ना हो वो फॉरेस्ट होगा और उसे एक्ट का प्रोटेक्शन ऑटोमेटिकली मिलेगा. लेकिन उस क्लॉज को इस एक्ट ने पूरी तरह से इग्नोर कर दिया है. ठीक है, तो जो लोगों में जो एक people sometimes they work really hard. There are people who are great environmentalists. There are NGOs who are solely dedicated towards improving forest cover. They're only planting trees. They're collecting donations, working day in and day out so that a tree cover can be facilitated, can be enlarged. And if you don't give them a right, you don't give their effort a proper security, फिर लोग पेड़ लगाएंगे भी नहीं, क्योंकि पता है सबको कि भाई वो पेड़ कभी भी हटा दिया जाएगा. And a tree demands effort. ऐसे ही नहीं आपने बीज लगा दिया और वो रातों रात. No, it demands dedication, watering, care and what not. और फिर कई साल लग जाते हैं उसको पेड़ बनने में, तो वो मेहनत एक झटके में सब खत्म. Yes, सुंदरलाल बहुगुणा जी, exactly. He started this movement, awareness of, the importance of trees on this planet, and suddenly everything has wasted. This is the reason why this is not a good bill. और इसके एग्जाम में आने के बहुत चांसेस हैं अच्छे. ठीक है, तो जितना मैंने डिस्कस किया था वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. Which of the following can strengthen the claim of the villagers? कुछ पिछले क्वेश्चन से ये. A piece of document which states that the land was notified as a forest. Government record which has an entry stating forest has been recorded in government record. Government record showing plenty of requests made by villagers to notify the land as forest. A piece of documentation which validates A and B. चिपको मूवमेंट, एग्जैक्टली चिपको मूवमेंट था उसका एग्जाम्पल. बहुत रैपिडली जब इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन आ गया था इस देश में तो कई सारे मूवमेंट्स आए थे पेड़ों को बचाने के लिए. ठीक है, और देखो पता नहीं किसी और कंट्री में होता है नहीं होता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो पेड़ लगाते हैं लोग. माई बुआ इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर प्लांटिंग एटलीस्ट 150 ट्रीज अलोन. अकेली अपनी लाइफ टाइम में 150 से ऊपर पेड़ लगा चुकी हैं वो. ठीक है, तो लोग तो पेड़ लगाते हैं. Yes, so the correct answer is D. Everyone says D. Yes, D is correct. It will definitely strengthen the argument. ये पहली ही slide में mention था. Okay, so क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, वाई आर कंसर्न्स, एक सेकेंड, स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट भी है कोई, 6 अगस्त को है गाइस, 6 अगस्त संडे यू हैव अ स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट at 11 AM. There would be students from all over the country participating it. It is a very good opportunity to really, you know, evaluate your performance because mock testing अकेले होती है, आप एक्चुअली सिर्फ अपने आप को ही टेस्ट कर रहे हो, लेकिन बहुत सारे बच्चों के बीच में मेजर लेवल कंपटीशन जो होता है वो आपकी असल स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेसेस को ले डाउन करता है. इतने सारे बच्चों में अगर आप compete करोगे तो आपका क्या परफॉर्मेंस है, राइट. सो यू आर गेटिंग इट फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, डू नॉट मिस इट, इसको अटेंड करिए. एंड इफ यू अटेंड इट यू हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू अवेल स्कॉलरशिप. यू कैन, आई कैन टीच यू पर्सनली, मतलब घर आके नहीं, बट ऑब्वियसली यू कैन अवेल अ प्रॉपर प्रोग्राम गाइडेंस, राइट. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू डू वर्क फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. ओके मनु, a very happy birthday to you in advance. I'm sure I would forget it the day you have your birthday, लेकिन तुम याद दिला देना मुझे तो मैं तुम्हें विश कर दूंगी. मैं अपना भी भूल जाती हूँ, so you know, nothing personal. Why are concerns raised about the exemption of land from the purview of the act near border areas for national security purposes projects? क्यों concerns raise किए जा रहे हैं? Simple question. The exemption may lead to increased deforestation in regions like Jammu and Kashmir, northeastern states. Act does not provide sufficient protection for people in the border area regions. The exemption may result in a decline of national security measures in the region of Jammu and Kashmir and northeastern states. The Act lacks provisions for the development of infrastructure and public utility projects in the border areas. Good evening. And the answer is D, C, B. Really? C. I'll tell you the answer is A. The exemption may lead to increased deforestation in regions like J&K and Northeastern. यही एक concern है. This is the concern. ठीक है, पैसेज में mentioned है ये तो बहुत ही, मतलब security measures decline. How do you, if you clear the forest, make it an empty land, security measures पे थोड़ी कुछ असर पड़ता है. If anything, security और टाइट करने की जगह हो जाती है. लेकिन हाँ, पेड़ हटाने की वजह से जम्मू और कश्मीर, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट, जो इकलौता क्लीन एरिया बचा है इस देश का, उससे फॉरेस्ट कवर हट जाएगा. एंड यू नो देयर आर ट्राइब्स लिविंग देयर इन द फॉरेस्ट, नियर द फॉरेस्ट, डिपेंडेंट ऑन द फॉरेस्ट. व्हाट विल दे डू? दे डोंट नो हाउ टू सर्वाइव विदाउट अ फॉरेस्ट. हटा दो तुम फॉरेस्ट को, बना दो वहाँ पे एक सिक्योरिटी मेजर, फिर वहाँ पे पैरामिलिटरी फोर्सेज, आर्मी सब बैठी रहेगी. एनीवे दीज एरियाज आर सेंसिटिव. नाउ यू इंक्रीज द, you know, army cover in that area instead of a forest cover, so it is not a good idea. A is the correct answer. दिया हुआ है फॉरेस्ट कवर और वाइल्ड लाइफ अफेक्ट हो जाएगी बॉर्डर एरिया से. या वेरी सिंपल. Why does PRS caution against a blanket exemption for all security related projects? Because the bill removes the requirement for state government approval. ये तो सही नहीं है. Because the bill removes the need for central government approval for diversion of forest land. It simplifies the process of obtaining central government approval for diversion of forest land. Because the bill grants PRS the authority to decide on the diversion of forest land. And the correct answer is, drum roll please. बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा आसान है, मतलब माय गॉड कितना आसान है ये. जल्दी. The answer is yes. Finally, Pranjali, yes. The answer is B. B सही आंसर है. Everyone who has answered it is B. Central government is not required to interfere. There is no permission required from the central government. That takes time, you know. Obtaining permission from central government, they'll examine it, then they'll think about it, then they'll say yes. Central government फटाफट एकदम हो जाता है. तो yeah, that is a problem. One of the problem. What is the stance of Apex Court regarding establishment of zoos prior to the act? बहुत ही आसान है. Approved, disapproved, approved, approved. एक ही आंसर हो सकता है इसका. and the correct answer can be very good, it is B. बाकी तो सब अप्रूव्ड हैं. एनीवे मैंने तो पढ़े भी नहीं, मैंने तो बस ये पढ़ा. राइट. सो 𝗟𝗏𝗴𝗋 में एक्सप्रेसली सुप्रीम कोर्ट लेड डाउन कि जंगलों में तुम जू नहीं बना सकते भाई. क्या उनको स्पेक्टेड, मतलब इफ समबडी मेक्स अ जू एंड यू नो यू आर द animals are coming to watch you, just because you are an evolved species doesn't mean that you are going to disrespect other species. क्या है जानवरों में देखने लायक भाई? वो अपनी स्पीसीज है, वो अपनी एक अलग स्पीसी है, अपना आराम से बिना किसी वायलेंस के एग्जिस्ट कर रही है, अपने आप को सस्टेन कर रही है. तुम्हें उनका एक्सपेक्टेशन बना देना है. दैट इज द हार्शेस्ट एंड द यू नो the worst thing that a human being can do. It is blatantly mocking another species which is not as strong as a human being. They are physically way more strong, लेकिन tactics और strategy से हम उन्हें कैप्चर कर सकते हैं, डोमेस्टिकेट कर सकते हैं, उनकी आज़ादी को ख़त्म कर सकते हैं. और ये बहुत ही गलत बात है. बहुत सारे केसेस में, बहुत सारे एक्ट्स में इस चीज़ को हटाया गया है, कंडेम किया गया है. इवन देयर हैव बीन इंटरनेशनल ratifications, conferences about this particular topic. So 𝗟𝗏𝗴𝗋 versus Union of India Supreme Court purpose in expressly said this. For zoo inside a forest is a blatant disregard of nature and its species. और एक कहर बन के डालेगा किसी दिन तुम पर, और यहाँ पे बना सकते हो बिना परमिशन के. बना सकते, बनाओ जू बनाओ और लोगों को बुलाओ, जंगलों को तहस नहस कर दो. क्या ही ज़रूरत है पेड़ों की? सब ऑक्सीजन मास्क लगा के घूमे. ठीक है, बी है इसका आंसर, सी नहीं है. What is the stance of Supreme Court? Disapproved of building of zoos inside forest areas. B है इसका आंसर, C नहीं है. B. ठीक है, इसको हम डिस्कस कर ही चुके हैं. comprehensive कोर्स भी हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. We have launched comprehensive courses for CLAT 25 as well. So it is the similar course, very very exhaustive. The only thing that it is different, the only way it is different from CLAT 24 is that the duration is a bit longer. Right, the students would be taking exam next year, so the course is devised that way. अरे यूँ ही हो जाते हैं अप्रूव. ठीक है, तो कोर्स इस तरह से डिवाइडेड है क्योंकि ऐसा होता है. द प्रॉब्लम दैट स्टूडेंट्स फेस when they are starting for an exam that is not happening very soon or immediately, they don't really understand how to manage that much amount of time. ठीक है, बहुत सारा टाइम हो तो भी मैनेज नहीं होता, बहुत कम टाइम है तो भी मैनेज नहीं होता, बहुत ज़्यादा यूँ ही वेस्ट हो जाता है कि अरे अगले साल एग्जाम, आई स्टार्ट फ्रॉम जनवरी, आई स्टार्ट फ्रॉम मार्च, आई बी सीरियस फ्रॉम सेप्टेम्बर. एंड देन यू डोंट इवन रियलाइज़ कि आपने ऐसे वेस्ट करते करते कितना टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया. और जब पढ़ने बैठते हो तो लगता है ये भी पढ़ लो वो भी पढ़ लो. ओ माई गॉड, व्हाई डिडंट आई स्टार्ट सूनर? So do not fill yourself with that regret. That regret becomes very very depressing. वो जो constant guilt है वो बहुत परेशान करता है. पहले क्यों नहीं किया, पहले क्यों नहीं किया? तो आप पहले कर सकते हो. You can actually make a decision about it. And these rank holders, they do not become rank holders overnight. They become rank holders because they have been constantly studying for one exam for many years. छोड़ के, पढ़ाई लिखाई छोड़ के नहीं, लेकिन हाँ मैंने देखा है कि 9-10 से ये लोग अपनी क्लैट की तैयारी शुरू कर देते हैं. और जब तक क्लैट देने का नंबर आता है तब तक इनकी लॉजिकल, इंग्लिश और मैथमेटिक्स बहुत स्ट्रांग हो जाती है. लीगल और जीके को ये लोग एंड में कर लेते हैं, बस हो जाती है, रैंक निकल आती है. राइट, सो दैट इज़ द ट्रिक that you can utilize if you really want to qualify this exam. बाकी I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it. कल हम फिर से मिलेंगे. We shall be discussing the legal studies thing if I'm not wrong. The topic test or the unit from the legal studies 11th and 12th. And tomorrow we also have a newspaper analysis class on the app at 6 PM. So don't miss that as well. कल मिलते हैं everyone. I shall see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much and bye-bye.